Hey everybody, back here with Woobox. I wanted to run through a few more things since I know a lot of you have questions about how to set up your offer, and there's not enough information out there regarding the topic of how to set up a successful Woobox campaign. Uh, I'm here inside of Woobox right now, and I'm using a page called the Entrepreneur's Book Club, which is a brand new page that I set up for a book club since I'm passionate about reading, so there's no current offers on the page. And what I'm going to do is we're going to create the beginnings of a contest. I'm not going to go all the way through it on this video, but for right now, let's create a photo contest. So once we select photo contest, we give the contest a title. So in this case, let's see, I'm going to call this uh, free Kindle reader 8-inch screen with Wi-Fi. Did I do that right? With Wi-Fi. In the description, I'm going to put this here. The title is what would show up in the tab when you eventually sync this to Facebook. And if you want, if there's time in this video, I'll go ahead and sync it to Facebook so you can see it and then delete it, as I'm not going to have time to set up a complete contest right now in this demonstration. So for the description, we'd go more in depth to talk about it. A free Kindle. In this case, it would be win a free Kindle Reader 8-inch screen with Wi-Fi. Funniest caption with the most votes wins. Again, you go more in depth talking about the description here, and this is the rules of the contest, maybe the time that it's going to begin and end. Something to where somebody would understand what this contest is about when they're participating in it. Here we put the starting and ending dates. I'm going to put it for right now as if it's going to start on the 4th. And it is going to end March 4th. So this contest would last a month long. The reason I'm not setting it to start right now is in a second I want to show you the 6 different bodies, or the 6 different parts that compose the Woobox body of the contest. And one of those parts is the pre-start page, which is a critical component of these campaigns. And if I started it today, then it would be live as soon as we took it off admin mode. So for right now, this contest is beginning on the 4th of this month. Let's go down. Form entry is on. We want that to be on so that we can capture email addresses, because what's going to happen here is every entry that wants to leave a caption is also going to send an email address, their name, and give a caption to the contest. We're not going to turn on any of these hashtag features right here, although I really do like turning them on in other contests, but that'll be an entire other video in and of itself. We want text entries. This is saying since we just want them to leave a caption to the contest, we'll turn that on. And I'm also going to go over here to gallery, and I want to turn the gallery on. And the gallery is a way for, once somebody puts a caption in on their picture, their submission will go in the gallery, and all participants in the contest, or people that want or thinking about participating in the contest, can go to the gallery and see all the submissions to date, and how many votes everyone has in real time to see their chances of winning the contest. Again, we're going to keep this starting on the 4th, so it's the same as above, and also ending on the 4th. Anything else? We're going to sort the gallery submissions. Here I just like to leave it set by the greatest first, so the caption with the greatest amount of votes will be at the top. So you can determine who the leaders are, usually by the top few entries. Admin mode is currently on, which means I'm able to create this contest and also sync it to the tab on my Facebook page without it being live immediately, and I can still work on the back end. But that's pretty much everything you need to do to just create the contest. Everything else after this is going to be the customizing of the contest. So right now the skeleton, if you would, of the contest, or the wireframe, is created. So I'm going to continue on to the next portion, and this is where we would customize the contest. I want to draw your attention over to the left side, and you have two columns there, one of them under pages and one of them under entry. These are really important. All of the listings for all pages under entry are pre-start, fan-gate, entry, post-entry, gallery, and ended. Each one of these sections comprise the body of the actual Woobox contest, and each one needs to be independently customized. I'm going to start here. Currently it's defaulting right now on the entry page, so people, as of right now, if they were to go to the tab, which is not live, this is the screen they would see. And obviously there's a lot more work that needs to be done here, but I think we should start from the beginning. Rather than start in the middle, which is the entry page, I want to start all the way from the pre-start page. So this is what people would see if we had a competition. And in this case, I'm really going to do this. There's going to be a competition, or a contest, if you will, for the funniest caption is going to win an actual ebook reader. For anyone that is watching this and that thinks they're going to be interested in this, definitely go out there and like the Entrepreneurs Book Club page so that you can be notified of said contest. All right, there's my plug for the day. Well, here you have your pre-start page. Currently, this is what people would see that were frequenting your page, and they saw the tab where we could get a free Kindle reader, and they'd see this. This is horrible. This is the default stuff that's there in a Woobox campaign for the pre-start page. So the first thing you want to do is begin customizing this. Let me turn these off. All right. The pre-start page, where are we? Yeah. So we begin customizing it. So anytime we're on a page, which in this case is pre-start, we go over to the left and click on elements, and these are all the elements that we can add. And we can add multiple, we can add several of the same element, but these are all the elements that if we select them, they're going to apply to this actual page. Now, giving you some examples, this pre-start page should be letting people know, A, when the contest is going to happen, about the contest and why they really want to join. And the second most important thing is, if the contest is not soon to begin, you want to give people an opportunity to already leave their email address or some other form of contact information so that you can let them know when the contest happens and begin your lead generation campaign, your email marketing. So you can describe what's going on the contest here via text, and in that case, you could just come over here and change your heading, your subheading, and your subtext, and you can check all of that here. So here I could put free Kindle reader, and the promotion you're trying to access has not started yet, and I could say that's it. Now, I don't like that either, but even if you left that, you could then go over here, and add an image, and say you want to move this image below, and then you want to add a Pinterest gallery. You could put all that here, but I don't want to do any of that right now, so I'm going to remove it. And I also don't want to. Oh, let me see if I have a picture that I can just drag in. You have an idea what it looks like. Sure, let's try that. Okay, it's too large. Let's change it. I think I got a smaller one somewhere around here. Well, let's try this. Let's hope that works. It's not. Well, you get the idea here. It tells you the size. It needs to be 810 pixels width and 1,620 pixels high for your display. So let me get out of here. and I'm going to remove this as well. What I find has the largest conversion rate is video. It does not mean that you have to be on the video. There's no fancy editing involved, nothing like that. You could even go out to like Fiverr, Upwork.com and find someone that can shoot a video of themselves reading a script that you set up, or at least giving them bullets that they need to cover in this script. And if you set it up right, this could be kind of like your pre-start video for all contests like this, if you structure the bullets right and you're not too specific. But what I like to do is I like to get rid of all of this at first, and I like to begin with a video. So right here, I don't know if you can see, but the video screen has popped up. I can just go in here and I can add a video URL. I can set it for autoplay or not. I like to put it on autoplay so that when someone gets to this tab, they're automatically going to be viewing the video. So I'm going to X out of here. All right. You also, it's really important to put share icons up here so that people can share this contest with their friends and what's coming out. What else? Spacers. It's fully customizable. A little tip here. Let's say we're putting in video, which we just did, and we can add a video URL right here. This can be a Facebook URL, YouTube, Vimeo, Instagram. MP4 URLs are supported. So you drop your video in there, but on the pre-start page, there is not a section here, which you'll notice: content, heading, HTML, image, Pinterest gallery, share, spacer, title, and video. There's nothing there for you to create a form field. And like I was saying earlier, this is one of the main objectives here, is to show people in a video, preferably, or via text, let people know, hey, this contest is about to start, and it starts on this date. This is what you can win. This is why you should participate, and leave your information below so that I can let you know when this contest is going to start. Now, if there's no way over here for you to even enter a field which you could sync to your email service provider, in this case I'm using MailChimp, then you have no way of collecting the information. So the little workaround for that is you go over here, underneath styles, go to code, and you're going to add code to your, you go to HTML, and you drag HTML down here, and then this is where you would paste your HTML embed code from MailChimp. So let me show you where you can find that real quick. Which MailChimp account is this? Okay. We'll use this dance students one right here. And here you would go look for sign-up forms. And right here in sign-up forms, this is where you would go to normally customize the look of your forms right in here. But you don't even want to go to that step. You want to go, instead of to general forms, you want to go over here to embed forms or embedded forms, and select it. And you have some options here. This is going to tell you, do you want the classic form, which is what you're seeing over here? You want the super slim, horizontal, naked, or advanced, which lets you really trick it out if you're into coding. I am not. I always use the classic form. This is more than enough. Classic form is amazing. So once we're on the classic form, we copy this, and then we go over to our contest, and I place that there. I'm done. And there you go. You're only seeing this group stuff down here because we're in the admin portion of it. Otherwise, you would not see it. But now you would have your video sitting up here in this entire box, and X out of this. And then right underneath it, you'd be subscribed to our mailing list. Now you would change this subscribe to our mailing list to, keep updated with the contest. Let you know when this comes out. Something more relevant. No one loves the idea of being put on a mailing list. So that is a general idea of how to set up. Let's go here, back to these pages, a pre-start page. The next thing you want to do, you wouldn't think this, but you want to go ahead to the ended. And this is the default text that's left on the ended. The same thing that we just did with the pre-start, you want to go ahead and do with the ended. You have the ability to put text, you can put video. Here you don't really need a sign-up form, although you could. This would be something good to do. In this case, you're getting their email address before they even get in, so it doesn't make sense to ask them for the email address again at the end. But where that would work is giving them an option to give their email address, or perhaps really emphasize how much you want them to share this with other people in the event that you're running a trivia, a quiz, or some other type of campaign that doesn't involve them providing the email address up front. So the main goal of this page is to encourage them to share this with friends, and you need to give them a reason for them to want to share this with friends. The example I always give is the Star Wars one, and they ask you something like, what kind of Jedi are you? Take the quiz. Now, you don't have to provide an email address to take that quiz, but at the end, after you've answered it, if they give me a really cool answer like, wow, you're like Yoda, or you're like Luke Skywalker, or you're like some other character that, you indicated that you kind of liked through the quiz, then there'll be a big picture it's saying that you are blank, and then share it to Facebook. So obviously the person wants to share that with their friends. They hit share, it goes to Facebook, and then their friends see it. So the main goal of this ended page is encouraging people to share. But you really want to jazz it up. What I'm trying to say is you don't want this default text as the stuff that's showing. It looks incomplete. It looks unprofessional. It's very sloppy. Now, once you've finished that, you want to move to your gallery. And gallery is an often overlooked part of the contest. There's a lot of things you can do here in the gallery. You get access to all of the same stuff. You can add videos. This background doesn't have to be white. This background can be, a nice wood background or space in the event of Star Wars. It can be anything. You really want to jazz this area up, because this is the area where people are going to go to check on the amount of votes that they have on their submission. Since we activated voting is allowed, this is also the spot where when they share their link with their friends to go vote for them to help them win, this is where they're going to go to see it. And if your gallery is set up correctly, then these people that are going to go vote for their friend, in addition to voting for their friend, they're gonna possibly participate in the contest. And you want to give them a reason to want to participate in the contest, or want to share that link with their friends. It's really cool. It looks really nice. It's laid out beautifully. This is an often overlooked page where you want to place abilities to have people opt in to hear about more contests. Now, why would you do that if someone already provided their email address to get into the contest? Again, they're going to be sharing the link. Once they submit their submission, they get a link to share with their friends for their friends to come in here and vote. Now, the friends that come in here to vote, they have not provided their email address. So if any of their friends are interested in the topic of the trivia or this photo contest, or they have an interest in receiving what the bribe or the gift that you're giving away for free at the end of this contest, then you want to give them an opportunity to provide their email address and enter. Another really important aspect of this page, and I would put it on the top and the bottom, is the share. You wanna, you have two of them right here. Get one and drag this other one way down to the bottom. It doesn't cost you anything extra to drag these in. Definitely want to add them in. I would add them on the sides. I would add them everywhere if you can. And you want people to share this with their friends and see this really cool gallery where their friend is participating in and trying to win a contest. So let's go back over here. Once we've done that, we have post entry. You want to work backward at this point. Post entry, this is the link I was telling you about. This is the link once somebody has entered the contest that they're going to get that explains, okay, now that you submitted your entry, thank you so much for entering, for participating. We hope you win, but it's not over. You now need to get votes. And a lot of people submit their entry and then they just leave it alone. They're done. There's two things that need to happen at this point, and one of them happens on Woobox. This is a very critical spot to either write very concise text explaining the importance of getting votes, or adding, again, a video here. You would just go to Elements, add a video, drag it to wherever you want it to appear, and I would have it appear right above the picture. And let's see, did I X that out? Yeah. So a video, and let the video explain how to go vote. I would go so far as to put two videos side by side, and one of them is showing how somebody can vote for you with a laptop or desktop computer, and another one how to do it from a phone using some kind of screen capture software to use for the video. It's really important to take the time to do this, and this portion of your contests, if you do it correctly with the two videos, you'll be able to use those two videos on, okay, you've entered, now what? This is how to win. You can use those as the videos for the Your Entered page, or the post-entry page, I'm sorry, for all of your contests. So it's really cool whenever you get to repurpose stuff like that. Again, share, tweet. That's the extent of this page. Then you have the actual entry page. This is the one where you want to put, in this case, it's a free Kindle reader, 8-inch screen with Wi-Fi. I'm probably going to get a really, really awesome picture of this Kindle reader in action. I might look for a small video if I can, but if not, a video that really displays this Kindle and a description of all the specs, all the features you get, the free books you get each month because you have one, the discounts you get on books. I'm really going to go into it, and all that content you can pretty much just get from an Amazon detail page about the product. So it's mostly copy paste and then just doing a lot of formatting. But on this screen right here, again, you can add pictures, videos. This page right now, this is all it's doing. This is as far as it goes, but it can scroll endlessly on and on. You can just keep adding it. For those of you that use lead pages, when it comes to campaigns and contests, Woobox is a URL that you can fully customize, so it also can act as a lead page. It doesn't have a lot of the features, obviously, that Lead Pages has. Lead Pages is specifically for lead generation, and it's a very robust program when it's used for that. But Woobox is also a type of lead page or a landing page. This doesn't just have to live on your social media platforms. This is a standalone URL. This can be turned into a website. There's a lot that you can do with this page. Let it scroll on and on and on. It's not going to cost you anything extra, and a lot of this stuff you'll be able to copy over to other contests. So this is the page where people are going to go. In this case, in addition to what they're going to win, I'm going to have a really nice picture, probably in the top spot, that shows off the picture that they need to caption. In this case, this Facebook page is the Entrepreneurs Book Club. I'm super passionate about reading, so I might, get a picture of somebody sitting there Indian style reading a book, and there's a huge column of books that's about to tip over on top of them, and say, caption this. This is something that entices you to leave a witty comment, something funny, and something that you're not going to be too embarrassed to share with your friends. So once you set that up, your final page, again, working backward here, which I find to be the best thing to do, and this is your Fangate page, and this is where you can customize. You can no longer prevent someone from engaging in your contest, participating in your contest, if they don't like your page. When this fan gating portion was first set up, that was exactly what it meant, a fan gate. A fan could only pass through the gate. If you were not a fan, you couldn't pass through the gate and participate in the contest. Facebook changed their rules a little bit after this came out, and now anyone can participate, and I think that's for the better. Facebook wants it to be, very family-oriented, not cliquish or anything like that. So being able to have anyone pass through. If you set your contest or your campaign, up right, then the more people that engage, the better it is for you. Now, even if they don't leave their email address, I'm going to show you in a second why I think it's very important for you to not block people from participating in your contest, even if they don't want to like your page. So obviously there's a lot more that goes into each one of these pages. This is just a brief, very brief walkthrough on getting started with these pages and showing you some of the things you can do. Before ending this though, I want to take a second and show you why it is critically important you take this first step as soon as your pre-start page even is live. And that is using these pages to create audiences. Let me show you right now. I'm going to go back a page. Let's go to the contest. No, that won't work. All right. So this free Kindle Reader 8-inch screen with Wi-Fi. Now, something you want to do, click on, let me see, manage the contest. You want to go over here to advanced on the left side, and you want to go over to tracking. Once you go to advanced and tracking, this is where you would add your Google retargeting things and, your Google Analytics tags, as well as your Facebook pixels. So you would simply, for Facebook pixels, you would just turn this on and it would ask for your ID. Since this is already tied to a page and I already have my ID, one already comes up. But what you're looking for, what they're asking for there, notice, is an ID, not your actual pixel. So where you get your ID would be looking over here. Rather than going to go find your pixel, your ID is right here, right under, oh, that went too far. Right under where it says Bluebird Marketing Solutions, Ad Account ID. So what it's asking for is your Ad Account ID. That's all you place right there. And then once you do that, you determine what it's going to be, and it's a lead. Once you have actually set that up, there's an additional step you need to take, and that is turning them into an audience. So you go over to, here you're looking at Business Manager, but whether you're on Power Editor or Facebook Ads, you would just go over here as if you were creating an audience. If it'll load. And we would create an audience, a custom audience. We want to have our custom audience based off website traffic. And we want to do anyone who visits specific web pages. That's important here. And then once we do that, the URL we want to add here is going to be this one you see over here on the left, which is the unique URL for that contest. So you would add that URL here. I like to change this to 180 days because it'll go 180 days back. Not that that's important right now, but it will be later. Get in the habit of changing that to the max 180. If you turn in anything over 180, it won't let you proceed. And then most importantly, come down here and name your audience. You want to be as specific as possible when you do that, so that right now if you have a few contests, that's not that big of a deal, but eventually when you have thousands set up, it's really important that each one has a very identifiable name so you know where this audience is being built. Now again, in case you haven't connected the dots here, adding this pixel down here is going to, let me get rid of this. Adding the pixel down there, every time someone goes to your campaign, your pixel will fire and you'll be then building an audience based on the traffic that goes to this particular campaign. And therefore you can retarget them with ads in the future. It's a great way to build a custom audience and keep your ad spend low so that you can have very highly focused ad campaigns. There's a lot of ways to do that. This is a very brief overview. There's a lot more things you want to get into after that, and custom conversions and whatnot, and independently pixeling different pages and how to do that. So for right now, I think I think we covered a lot. As soon as I have time, pretty soon here, I'm going to actually go back through this, and this time I'm going to be creating the actual contest, the actual picture contest that's going to survive on your Facebook page. Okay, hold on. There is one more thing. Did I cover this? Yeah, we manage this campaign. And let's go to Facebook page tab under Publish. This right here is this right here allows you to pick whatever Facebook page you want your contest to be on, and this tab name, this is the name of the actual tab. This is what people are going to see from your Facebook page. You usually want this tab name to be the same as the title of your actual contest, unless your title is just way too long. But if you look at the left side of your Facebook page with all your tabs, this is what's going to be written there. So make it something that's really catchy and that makes people want to stay sticky on your page and engage in this contest. This is also the picture. It's a small file. It's size 111 pixels wide by 74 pixels tall. This is where you want to add a picture, so the picture of your tab will actually show up, or the image of your tab will actually show up on the page as well. You don't have to include an image. You do want to put a name. And then once you've done that, it's really easy. You just install Tab Now, and in 10-15 seconds, it'll appear on your page. So let me go back and delete this now before I forget about it. And that about sums up. How do I manage this and trash it? That sums it up. Leave questions below, and I'll do my best to answer them as soon as possible. Again, this is a very, very brief overview. I hope you enjoyed it. Talk again soon.